One of the most important lessons that I'm learning as a young man is that in life, there's gonna be things that we can't control. Especially as humans, we feel like we got a lot of capability, but we really don't. Sometimes we gotta give stuff to God. And I know that sounds cliche, and I even know that's hard, but we literally gotta give it to God because when you try to rely on your own strength for a long time, you start breaking down and you start to realize that you're not able to. And that's when you feel as though you want to give up. And why would you give up when you could just give all that to God? And that was one of the biggest things that I had to accept because I used to think, oh, I got to be strong enough. Oh, I need people to look at me as this tough person. But at the end of the day, bro, it's only so much I can handle, and it's only so much that you can handle. And so that's why I say, genuinely let God handle it. What's the point of you breaking yourself down? You you don't need validation from nobody else. Nobody needs to know you're a tough person. God sees everything. Some days you're not gonna be tough. Some days you're not gonna be strong. Some days you're not gonna be able to hold the weight of yourself and your own problems and everybody else's problems. That's what God's supposed to do. And like I said, I know it's gonna be hard, but that's the point of life. Stuff is hard. And that's why we give things to Him to handle for us. It's not so we can master our own mind and just become this super person because nobody will ever be super if that's the case. Because we all gonna break down, bro. And we all gonna handle things differently. But at the end of the day, I've learned that we should give all of the things that we stress over to God. And I will never change my answer. I will never switch back to trying to learn self-improvement and trying to handle everything on my own and trying to just meditate everything away, or you know what I mean, or trying to just push everything away as if it isn't there. You know what I mean? Like, once you genuinely learn that the stuff that you feel in here can come out, and that right there is a sign of you being strong. That's all you need. You don't need to even prove yourself. You know what I mean? But just bringing things from the inside to the outside, and whether that's praying to God and getting it off your chest, or bringing it out from inside of you, or passing a message along to somebody else and just venting. And I know this is a big thing where people feel like they scared to be vulnerable because they feel as though somebody could use that against them. Somebody could look at them as though they're weak or something. But how I seen it is, even if somebody would use what you tell them against you, wouldn't that mean they're the weak person for trying to blemish your image, for trying to make you feel a certain way, for trying to put you down? And wouldn't that make you the strong one for being able to even acknowledge putting it out there to that person? And so that's why I go by this motto, is strength and vulnerability. And the fact that it's strength and vulnerability, it just tells me that we as people, not just as men, not just as women, but as people, need to start being more open, even if it's bad to the point where we feel like somebody will use it against us. Because what if one day it was your breaking point and you decided, man, I'm just finna say somebody and who knows what this person gonna say. But once you said it out your mouth, you felt so relieved, even if that person cared or not, because you were able to get it off your chest and you realized how strong you were. You realized how much you was holding in, and how less of a deal it was for you to just try to rely on your own strength. You get what I'm saying? And once you do that, I feel like you start to see different perspectives on life. And I think we should all come together and, just talk with one another. Talk to your friend. If you feel like your friend wouldn't listen, say it anyways. One day, what if you just say, hey, man, I'm going through this. Even if they ain't showing signs of caring, bro, just do it, bro. Because God gonna show you, like, you being vulnerable was all you needed to push forward and take that next step. And that's it, man. Peace.